Unpacking why achieving your first million is so tough. Have you ever wondered why people often say, the first million is the hardest? Is it because making that much money seems unreachable? Or does it feel like there's some secret formula only a select few know about? If these questions resonate with you, you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're going to break it all down. The myths, challenges, strategies, and habits that can make building your first $1 million easier than you thought. Stick around, and by the end, you'll understand not only what makes the journey to the first million tricky, but also how you can turn this challenge into your biggest opportunity. And before we dive in, here's a question for you. What's the biggest financial challenge you faced? Let me know in the comments below. We're in this together. Let's start by understanding why the first million is often considered the hardest. First, it's because most of us start with little to no financial momentum. Imagine trying to roll a massive boulder up a hill. That's what it feels like. You're building from scratch, putting in hard work without seeing immediate results. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, summed it up perfectly. The best investment you can make is in yourself. And this is where most people stop. They hesitate to invest in their knowledge, skills, and habits because the results aren't instant. Another major challenge is the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle. If your entire paycheck goes toward bills, it can seem impossible to save or invest anything meaningful. Add in the steep learning curve of financial literacy, understanding concepts like budgeting, investing, and compounding, and you start to see why the first million feels so far out of reach. But here's the good news. You're not stuck. The hardest part of making your first million isn't your job, your background, or your current situation. It's your mindset. To make this milestone achievable, you need to stop looking at wealth as something purely external and start treating it as a reflection of your long-term habits and discipline. Think about this. When you're climbing a mountain, the hardest part is often the base. But once you build momentum, step by step, things start to feel lighter. The same applies to wealth building. Your first step is understanding that discipline, patience, and consistency matter far more than luck. Before we go further, let me ask, have you ever felt stuck in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle? Wondering how to break free? If yes, drop a comment below and let's chat about it. Now that we've tackled the mental barrier, let's talk strategies. These actionable steps will help you gain control of your finances and set you on a path to wealth. The first step is simple. Track your money. Create a budget to see exactly where your money goes each month. Understanding your income versus your expenses is essential for building wealth. Start by cutting unnecessary expenses, those daily coffees or subscriptions you barely use. Remember, small leaks sink big ships. Here's a golden rule. Every time you receive money, save and invest a portion before spending the rest. Think of it as paying your future self. This ensures you prioritize wealth building over instant gratification. Most millionaires don't rely on just one source of income. Whether it's a side hustle, freelance work, or investing, find additional ways to earn. Ask yourself, what skill do I have that people will pay for? One of the most underrated tools in wealth creation is compound interest. Here's how it works. Small contributions over time grow exponentially because your investments earn returns on both your principal amount and the returns you've already earned. Think of it like planting a tree. Your initial investment is the seed. And with regular watering, consistent contributions, it grows into a forest. Later in this video, I'll show you a graph to illustrate the magic behind this concept. Let's bring compounding to life with an example. Imagine you invest $100 every month into an account that earns 8% annual return. After 10 years, that $100/month will grow into approximately $18,000, not because you earned $10,000 in contributions, but because your money had time to grow and generate additional returns. Now imagine stretching this to 20 or 30 years. The numbers become staggering. Compounding is your money working hard for you while you sleep. Don't underestimate the difference starting early can make. Here's an animated graph to visualize this growth. See that rise in the curve? That's the power of compounding over time. Start small, but most importantly, start today. Let's address some of the obstacles you might face. A big one is the disparity between income and expenses. Your expenses grow as your income grows, leaving nothing left to save. To overcome this, focus on increasing your income. Invest in skills or certifications that allow you to earn more in your job or explore affordable side hustles. Another challenge many face is staying motivated when progress is slow. Wealth building takes time, and it's easy to feel discouraged. To combat this, break your goals into smaller milestones. Celebrate when you save your first $1,000 or invest your first $500. That momentum keeps you going. Now, let's pause and take a moment to draw inspiration from real-world success stories. Take Mark Cuban, for instance. Before he became a billionaire, he was sleeping on floors and working odd jobs. His turning point came when he realized the importance of learning sales and technology, skills that later built his first business. Or think of Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty but used her talent and determination to rise to unimaginable success. What can we learn from them? They took strategic risks, embraced challenges, and stayed focused on their long-term vision. And they're not so different from you. Their journey wasn't easy, but they didn't let their obstacles define their future. If they can do it, so can you. So why do people say the first million is the hardest? Because it forces you to shift your mindset, step out of your comfort zone, and build habits that will last a lifetime. But here's the thing, this is also what makes it rewarding. Once you hit that first milestone, these skills and systems you've built will make future growth exponentially easier. Remember this, your first million isn't just about money. It's about creating a foundation of habits and values that set you apart. Let me leave you with this powerful quote from Jim Rohn. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Take that first step today. Track your expenses. Start saving. Invest in yourself and embrace the process. And don't forget to drop a comment about your biggest financial challenge. I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more financial education content. This community is for dream chasers like you who want to build wealth and live life on your own terms. Remember, your first million might feel like the hardest, but it's not impossible. It's all about building your muscle power, the discipline, resilience, and consistent effort needed to push through challenges and seize opportunities. Think of it like working out. The more you train your financial muscles by learning, adapting, and taking action, the stronger and more capable you become. Your first million isn't just about luck or shortcuts. It's about creating a foundation of habits and skills that lead to sustainable success. Dream big. But don't just dream, act. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a rep that brings you closer to your goal. You've got this. Stay focused, stay consistent, and keep flexing that muscle power of action and perseverance. Your journey to your first million starts today. Make the most out of every opportunity. And I'll see you in the next video.